Hi, students. How are you doing? Welcome to my sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So I came across a video where a black woman was talking about how she would never forgive leftists for what they did and how they voted. And a Palestinian woman stitched the video, and she was saying, "For how long are you people going to blame leftists?" And I am saying, as long as it's going to last. We do not care about the statistics. What were you thinking? What was on your mind when you woke up and you said that you were going to vote for Justine or Donald Trump? Because you were instructed, you were told not to support Democrat. Sorry, I don't care about Democrat. Not to support Kamala Harris, right? So you are asking people, how long are we going to blame you? I personally will continue to blame your ignorance for as long as it's going to last. You said you wanted to break pendulum, and I keep asking, what pendulum were you trying to break when you saw the two people that were standing all your life, right? I am not sure you really do understand American history, because if you do understand American history, you definitely will know that Justine is a nobody when it comes to politics. That the only people you guys were supposed to focus on were the two candidates, the major party so far in America. But you all said she supported what G-side when she was not even the president. You all left the former president that you were supposed to blame the vice president. You know what? Let's get into this.
I will never forgive you leftists. I will never Kiki. I will never kumbaya. I will never be fucking nice to y'all that let this happen. I found out today, during a group therapy setting, that the Tesla man and his Bow Wow organization is spying on federal employees. That includes the VA. They were physically in my VA facility recently, and our group leader told us today that they can no longer guarantee confidentiality because we're being spied on. And maybe not even the continuation of that group, because they're spying on us. And should we say something that they don't like in a therapy session, especially something having to do with this? And this is exactly what my abuser did to me during 2016, 2017, which was during the first Tangerine party. She cloned my computer. She cloned my computer so she could see everything that I was doing, particularly if I was reaching out for help, if I tried to go to Equal Opportunity, if I wanted to go to the Inspector General, if I wanted to contact the Airman Defense Council or a lawyer, or even the base chaplain. She could see so that she could stop me from going to get help. She would contact those people before I was even able to meet with them, to tell them not to meet with me. And then she took Instant Messenger off of my computer so that I could not easily access anybody for help. I told you that this happened during the last Tangerine party, that certain types of people were emboldened to do freakish shit like that. And a bunch of y'all said that I was fucking crazy. You said that I was insane for attributing what happened to me to that fucking person. I told you I told you about the trans ban. I told you about the Muslim ban. I told you what I saw from the inside when I was active duty military. I told you that how a person treats the military in that seat, how a person treats the fucking military, who they have complete omnipotent control over, is indicative of what they would do if they had control over the entire American population. And you said I was fucking crazy. And now it is literally happening. It's literally happening. What happened to me personally is literally happening to other people. I told you about the trans ban. I told you about the Muslim ban. And now I'm watching trans students, trans cadets being dismissed from my alma mater, the Air Force Academy. I believe without credits, without being allowed to graduate. without being allowed to graduate after 2017 over again. And I have to be very for real with myself about how much this is actually triggering me and sending me back. But what I can't fucking get over is that this was avoidable. The solution was clear. We didn't need a crystal ball to see what was going to happen. He said exactly what he was going to do, both here and abroad. He said it. And a bunch of you that masquerade around as progressives, some of you with platforms, told people to stay home. Mad Hatters are going to do what they're going to do. They are predictable. It's a cult. They're going to do what they're going to do. But those of you who supposedly cared about progress, about the most disenfranchised and vulnerable of us, a bunch of you told people to stay home. And you weren't all palm-colored either. A bunch of you were people of color. A bunch of you were other fucking black people that decided they want to talk about, both sides are bad. Both sides are bad. And, she's not above criticism either. And actually, she's a cop. And actually, having a black woman president won't save us. Some of you advocated for voting for the tangerine in order to punish Kamala. Which is interesting because the last election, we all understood the assignment. We all understood that another tangerine party couldn't happen. So even though the choice was not perfect, as it literally never fucking is, the choices are never goddamn perfect. Never has been in the history of this fucking country. We understood the assignment and we did it anyway. But for some reason this time, everybody needs to vote with their conscience. And then you want to pretend like you're any fucking better than those Mad Hatters. No, you fucking let it happen and you hate black women too. You just aren't as outright about it. You just want to do it while masquerading around and putting on the aesthetic of being a fucking progressive person, of being a revolutionary. And then you have the nerve to get all up in your fucking feelings when the 92% say, we're staying the fuck home. Y'all fix this. And you're like, how dare you? Because your liberties are being threatened too. They're gonna make you slaves again. They're gonna come after you next. Why are you staying your black ass home? Just because so-and-so is black doesn't mean they're above criticism. Blah, blah, blah. Why? I don't know. Maybe because you allowed somebody to take power that literally doesn't see us as fucking people. And maybe because the risk of us getting pew-pewed in the street just for standing with a sign just went up probably about 500 to 1,000 fucking percent. I don't know. Maybe it's because you keep on prolonging a 400-year fucking fight. What is it? I don't know what it is. Maybe you hate that black people actually. We make fucking progress and then you derail it and set us fucking back. And when we want to throw up our hands every once in a while, which we absolutely have the fucking right to do because we're so tired, you dare say, why are you not doing anything? Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Some of you were also other black people too, using your fucking platform to make people lukewarm and uncertain and stay fucking home because you would rather be fucking validated by pale leftists. You would rather virtue signal and seem like, oh, I'm one of the good ones. It's like you're cooning for a whole different group of pale people and you think that it can't be called that because it's not for the Mad Hatters. It's not on that other end, but you're doing the same fucking thing. You sabotaged the most crucial election of our lifetime. And then you did the damage. And once the damage was done, you go back to yapping on the internet about the most mundane fucking things, having stitch wars. Fucking, not even letting us enjoy Beyonce. You're fucking embarrassing. You want to throw rocks and hide y'all's fucking hands, acting like your platform didn't fucking do anything. Any other time when you're bullying somebody else to use their platform for whatever, it's like, you can make such a difference. You have all these followers. You have blah, 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 blah. But when it's your turn, when you use it for fuck shit and the fuck shit actually comes true, now it's like, you really think that we have the power to do any of that? And y'all still don't care as people are getting deported, as people are getting raided. You don't care. You just double down even more. I had to vote with my conscience, and both sides are fucking bad. Like we're all fucking idiots. Like what's happening outside isn't actually happening. If you stayed home at a protest, don't talk to me. If you voted third party, don't talk to me. If you used your platform in an irresponsible way, if you see me out in these fucking streets, you see me at an event or whatever, do not speak to me. Don't fucking do it unless you want any goddamn smoke. Because let me tell you something. If I wake up one day and my veterans benefits are gone, the person that I'm going to become, none of you will like. Nobody will like. Might be my vigilante era. Maybe it'll be my Matt Murdock era. Find somebody else that wants to kumbaya, because I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not fucking doing it. Here's the thing. I don't have to kumbaya with any of you to know that next time it's probably likely that you're going to do what the fuck you need to do, because now shit is impacting everybody. And it will, especially if it gets worse over the next fucking 4 years. I know you'll do what you need to do, because it will have been so fucking bad. It will have been so fucking bad. I'm not fucking doing it. Here's the thing. I don't have to kumbaya with any of you to know that next time it's probably likely that you're going to do what the fuck you need to do, because now shit is impacting everybody. And it will, especially if it gets worse over the next fucking 4 years. I know you'll do what you need to do, because it will have been so fucking bad. It will have been so fucking bad that even you can't bullshit your way out of it. He said what he was gonna do, both here and abroad. He said it, and you pretended to have your fucking ears closed, because your hate for us runs so fucking deep, even when you're not goddamn honest about it, that you would rather throw shit away for everybody than recognize us as a fucking person. You wanted a revolution? Well, there it is outside. Go get your musket and your three-cornered hat. Have fucking fun. I will never forgive you leftists. I will never kiki. I will never kumbaya. I will never be fucking nice to y'all that let this happen.
How long will y'all continue to blame leftists? How long will y'all continue to ignore statistics that leftists, third-party voters did not cause Trump to win? 90 million eligible voters did not show up in the 2024 election. Even if every single third-party voter voted for Kamala Harris, she still would have lost. When will you guys understand that? And even if all of those 90 million voters that did not show up in the 2024 election were influenced by leftists criticizing the Democratic Party, criticizing Kamala Harris, again, that is not leftists' fault. If a political party, if a candidate fails to inspire and mobilize people, that is on them and not the people who are calling them out. Voter apathy does not come from leftist critique. It comes from people feeling abandoned, unheard, ignored. And that is what those 90 million voters felt. Not because of leftists, but because of the Democratic Party. The whole fucking point of democracy is to hold people accountable, is to criticize those in power, and to demand better. How long will you scapegoat the very people who have been voting Democrat for years, who just wanted the party to be what it claimed to be? Progressive, anti-fascist, and accountable. To stop siding with Republicans and actually fight against them. To stop sending our tax dollars to bombing children in Gaza. This country is not divided by Democrats and Republicans. It is divided by the working class and the ruling class. And newsflash, the ruling class is purple. The United States government is working exactly as it was designed to since its inception, to protect wealth, power, and white supremacy. And the longer you refuse to understand that, the longer you refuse to understand that both parties uphold this system, the longer we'll be stuck in this fucking pendulum. Life feels manageable here, but now we're destroying the rest of the world, followed by now we're destroying ourselves too. And we leftists want to break that pendulum. You don't. That is the difference between us. So don't blame us for wanting to break that pendulum, for holding that mirror into your face and you realizing that you were never meant for this fight. If you believe your only political obligation is to show up every 2 to 4 years to vote, then enjoy the pendulum, because we are never getting off of it. You all stand for nothing. Go ahead and continue to punch every single direction besides up, because that's definitely going to work out for you.
I will never forgive you leftists. I will never kiki. I will never kumbaya. I will never be fucking nice to y'all that let this happen.
You know, I've seen a couple of these videos now talking about how people who did the right thing will never forgive those who voted for this and those who actively chose not to vote against it. If you haven't already watched this creator's video, please go do it. It's a heartbreaking view of how she, as a veteran, is being personally affected, and veterans at large. That does not even consider the mass effects of this at scale. Now, for me, forgiveness was never on the table. I'm a Cancer that can hold a grudge harder and longer than Kim Kardashian clinging to her last scraps of relevance. But for those of you who champion the idea that they were the same, I think it's important to take stock of where we are right now. When I first started posting 6 months ago, my husband said, "Hey, babe, please just don't say or post anything that could compromise my job." Now, he's a surgeon, so I was pretty in the clear. But yesterday, for the first time, my rational and highly measured husband said, "Babe, please don't say or post anything that would cause you to disappear." 6 months. I've been posting on this app for 6 months, and we are in a radically different world. I am an American-born US citizen, just like him. We are beyond forgiveness. The one thing I know for sure is that history will not remember you fondly. Not that your absolution matters to me in any way, shape, or form, but maybe get to work. Try to make an actual difference. And maybe one day, history will remember you as a little bit more than a bunch of racist sheep swayed by grifters and con artists, whose theory was more important than the lived experiences of Black and brown people.
Look, I don't know if I said this before, but I'm going to say it again. With everything that's happening right now in the world, if you are still for Trump, get the fuck off my page. I mean, I'm really surprised at the fact that there's still so many supporters, even though Trump is literally ruining everyone's lives right now. Deporting U.S. citizens, even when they have their birth certificate. I mean, for real, it was already shown that he doesn't care about us and that he wants America to be white and rich only. So if you are a woman or of color, he don't like you. I hate to break it to you. He don't like you. He's never liked you. If you are not white with money and a man, he does not like you. So for all the people that voted for him who are women and of color, personally, I think all of those people should be in jail, including their leader, because he is a felon. So he's deporting people, homegrowns. That's him and his family. This isn't a leader.
So Donnie Boy has proposed to totally eliminate Head Start. This one hits very close to home. My degree is in early childhood education, and for 20 years, up until 2023, I was a Head Start teacher until I stopped teaching. And so I know the amount of children, the amount of low-income families, families below the poverty line, and families with children with special needs and disabilities that this will affect. This is huge. This is major. This is not a small thing. And I never thought I would see the day that this would happen. You could not have told me this. But yeah, he's proposed to totally eliminate Head Start, and my heart is sick at hearing that. I'll keep you guys updated as I'm updated. You guys have to excuse me with this one. This one hits very, very close to home. Like, those babies, the amount of children who will not receive services because their services come through the Head Start program is crazy. I will never forgive the people.
So this is all I got from this video.
Never.
And to that, I think she's Palestinian that was talking about breaking pendulum. I hope you are breaking the pendulum that you wanted to break when you refused to vote for the right person because you wanted something different. That is to tell you how ignorant you people are. When I say dumb, big dumb. Let me break it down. Now, you said you wanted something different. When you are seeing two different people, two persons, I don't know. See, I have never ever. I do not live in the United States, mind you, But I have been able to study some certain things through the lenses of Black people because they are the ones that know the real history of America. Forget about every other person that comes out to tell you about American history. They don't know anything. Black people are the people that know their history more than American history, more than anybody. And that is the reality. It's either you believe it or you live it. So she was talking about breaking pendulum. Which pendulum does she want to break? Is it with Justine, or does it mean that she wants to break pendulum, but her brain has never allowed her to go and read about Justine? Some people wanted change, but they do not know what they want. So to them, Justine was supposed to be a change. Did they think where that woman has been for the past 4 years or more than 4 years? Have they ever thought of where does she go after election? Have they ever thought of this woman has never, ever done anything tangible or want? See, when you want to talk about voting or yes, when it comes to talking about voting, you are supposed to talk. We have two leading parties in United States. Whether you are a liberal or a progressive or dependent or independent, whatever you are, you absolutely will understand that so far it is not only in US that this is happening. In a majority of other countries, it's usually most two strong powers that keep rounding themselves, not until there is a breakthrough in politics. But so far, you can see your country, but that nothing has been able to break through. So you still have two persons. The other one is just a side chick that comes around. When she comes around when nobody is watching, dance around, make some money, and sneak out. I don't know if that does make sense. She has never been on the table. She has never, ever been on the book. Are you people not supposed to understand this? You want change. You just wanted to break. Which pendulum were you trying to break? When you saw two persons that are the lead characters, sincerely speaking, it was just only two lead characters. You knew that the other one wasn't going to do anything for you, that it was going to be bad. And the person you all were blaming was never the president. That is how crazy you people are. And let me tell you something. These people were still able, they were still going to vote Joe Biden if Joe Biden had remained in that seat to contest. I don't know if that does make sense. If Joe Biden had stayed back, white people would have voted for Joe Biden. Immediately Joe Biden left, you all turned around and said, never will this woman become our president. So it was not you wanting to break a pendulum, because this particular man here that you all helped to win the election already said, you know what? I am coming to the Gaza and I am going to make it my own Gaza. And you wanted change. You wanted something different for the people. The person that would have done that something different would have been the woman you all said she is the problem, when she was not a leader. So she was a leader, sorry to say that, when she was never the president. You all were holding her accountable as a president when she was never one. When she was never one. You are smart, but you are not smart. You wanted to break the pendulum. Which pendulum were you trying to break? With who? With Donald Trump, or with who? Sometimes when I see these people talk, I know that they don't have anything. I understand that they are very young, but I still see Black young people that know politics. It's because they've been able to see. I don't know how to explain it, but am I going to talk about JJ? Am I going to talk about Devontae? I always bring his a young Black man. I always bring, and so many other young Black people that I bring a video here. Does it mean that the politics that they are reading is different from the one? It is because you are biased. It is because you do not like people that look like me. It is because you all thought people that look like me are the ones that were going to benefit out of it. But you all did not read it right. You all did not read the handwriting on the wall. Now it is affecting everybody because of your mistake. And now you are telling us, when are you people going to stop talking about leftists? And you guys are the problem. You people are the problem. Because if you all had voted right, at least we all will still be in community looking for a way to salvage what happened. But you all said, nah, never. Arab community said, never. See, when I say Arab, I mean, okay, yeah, Muslim, Arab Muslim America. You all said, never are we going to vote. But now you all are saying, so it's to tell you how dark, I don't know which other word to use. Recommend another word for me, because at this point in time, they are making me go gaga. You all said, never will you vote for her. And now this man is it not you people that they have started kidnapping? They started with a still Muslim, right? They started kidnapping you people on the road. And the Latinos that also voted for the road, they also took somebody to where? El Salvador, right? Everybody's talking about it, but you all knew that you messed the whole thing up. So when you see people that are not talking about it, don't even bother, because they don't want to talk. They don't want to talk about it. You wanted to break the pendulum, and you voted. You voted for Justine that only disappears, that only comes out every election and disappears after election. That is to tell you how you people need to, I don't know how, but there is need to do surgery on some people's brain, because I know cataract happens to the eyes, but there might be cataract of the brain or glaucoma of the brain, because that is what some people are suffering from. I did not expect somebody to say this. You wanted to break the pendulum. That was why you decided to vote for it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, I hope you are. See, the worst part is that I am not seeing them do something about everything going on, but they want to sit down and stitch somebody's video talking about her experiences and how things are going. I personally will continue to blame you people. Every one of you, I will continue to blame you people. Bye for now. I hope it doesn't get worse than this. But if it does, the blame is on you.